From the Hensler Financial Studio, welcome to the Community Podcast for Rockdale, Newton, and Morgan counties. This podcast brings you the top stories from the Rockdale Newton Citizen and the Morgan Citizen. Today is Thursday, April 13th, and on this day in 1743, Thomas Jefferson was born. I'm Bruce Jenkins, and here are your top stories presented by Drake Realty. Noted developer and philanthropist Everett Royal has died. Piedmont opens new medical offices near Piedmont Newton, and a life science manufacturer is coming to the Athens area. Plus, Leah McGrath of Ingles Markets joins us to talk about the pros and cons of fasting. These stories and more are coming up in today's edition of the Community Podcast for Rockdale, Newton, and Morgan counties.
I'm Jeffrey Drake with Drake Realty. I want to share with small businesses one of the smartest moves we ever made in real estate. We bought our business properties and did not lease our offices, and we paid ourselves instead of our landlords. It was an additional revenue source for our company without any additional work. If you are 2 years in business and occupy over 50% of the space, you very well might qualify for a no money down loan to buy your business property. Whether it's an office property, retail, industrial, or any other number of commercial properties, you may qualify. Owning your business property could eliminate or reduce the check you send to the IRS. Owning your place of work will also enable you to use additional equity to borrow or save. Please call me at 678-708-6885 or visit drakerealty.com and see if we can help you build equity and wealth in your business.
Everett Royal, a noted developer and philanthropist, passed away at the age of 82. He had a significant impact on the development of downtown Madison, especially on the west side. He and his wife moved to Madison in 1996, and he purchased a large parcel of property that was developed into the James Madison Hotel, Madison Variety Works, Town 220 Restaurant, a conference center, and Madison Markets. The couple was awarded the Georgia Cities Foundation's Renaissance Award in 2010 for their significant contribution to the revitalization of Georgia cities. Everett was also part of a team that completed the award-winning Walker Rose Lane, a workforce housing development. Arrangements for his memorial service have not yet been finalized. Piedmont Newton has invested nearly $10 million in renovating a former Walmart into a new medical office space in Covington, Georgia. The facility has almost 30,000 square feet of space and will offer a range of medical services once fully operational. The new facility is part of the new redevelopment of the Eastside Crossing Shopping Center and will offer a convenient location for residents of Newton County and the surrounding areas. The complex is anchored by Piedmont and Ingles, and new businesses are expected to follow. The new facility will house a cardiology practice this summer, with plans to add more specialties in the future. Biopharmaceutical company Meissner Group will invest $250 million in a new manufacturing plant in Wintersville, Athens, Clark County, according to Georgia Governor Brian Kemp. The California-based firm plans to create over 1,700 jobs during the next 8 years, with the plant expected to begin operations in early 2026. The company will be hiring for various roles, including technicians, scientists, and engineers, with a range of administration and IT positions also available. Meissner Corp. produces advanced microfiltration products and therapeutic manufacturing systems for critical pharmaceutical and biopharmaceutical applications in areas such as oncology, cardiology, and immunology.
You know, Cotton, you can travel anywhere in the world in books.
The Conyers Book Festival will take place on April 22nd in Old Town Conyers. The event will feature over 60 authors, artists, craftspeople, small business merchants, food trucks, and activities for kids. Author and industry speakers, tents with books for all ages, book giveaways, and more are planned. The event is sponsored by The Bookseller, the Reed Law Firm PC, and the Old Town Merchants Association Ltd. Visit ConyersBookFestival.com for more information.
You deserve better than your bank. Better service, better rates, better solutions. If you live or work in Cobb County, now is the perfect time to make the switch to Credit Union of Georgia, the better way to bank. Since 1960, Credit Union of Georgia has been providing Northwest Georgia with financial solutions that make sense for your home, business, and family. As a homegrown, not-for-profit cooperative, our members are our mission. Not only will you get the best loan rates, you'll get personalized customer service from people who understand your needs. Plus, Credit Union of Georgia provides real convenience with a network of more than 30,000 accessible ATMs and branch locations across the country. Of course, there's also 5 locations right here in Cobb County. Ready to see how much better your banking can be with Credit Union of Georgia? Become a member today or apply for a loan online by visiting cuofga.org. Credit Union of Georgia, the better way to bank.
It is all about the championship.
Feel the intensity of Monster Energy AMA Supercross.
Gate down. It's time to bring the action.
Emotions run high as the world's best motocross riders leave it all on the track. Get a front row seat to the sport's most intense racing, heated rivalries, and the season-long battle for Super Motocross World Championship points. See the world's best racers compete in Monster Energy Supercross at Atlanta Motor Speedway April 15th. Brought to you locally by Durham Town.
Explain to me how that's offsides. What? No, I'm serious. How is that offside? I don't understand it yet.
The Morgan County Lady Dogs earned a spot in the girls' soccer playoffs. Here's community reporter Matt Golden with more.
In a soccer match against the Long County Blue Tide, Morgan County's Lady Dogs won 5-0, securing a place in the state championship playoffs. Sita Outlaw scored 2 goals, while Riley Bernard, Camp Stamps, and Lofton Cathy each scored 1. Head coach Ann Stamps said the team was able to execute specific drills they had practiced in the last 2 weeks. Morgan County's passing was precise and they displayed excellent team chemistry, dominating Long County throughout the game. The Lady Dogs' next opponent in game time are yet to be determined. For more on the story, please go to morgancountycitizen.com. For the Community Podcast, for Newton, Rockdale, and Morgan Counties, I'm community reporter Matt Golden.
The Conyers City Council approved a resolution proposed by the Georgia Municipal Association, which pledges to conduct business with civility and courtesy to each other. The GMA says civil behavior and speech are critically important to a healthy and respectful society. The council members believe that practicing civility is already the norm for Conyers. The GMA outlined 9 pillars of civility, which include being considerate of others' opinions, managing emotions, being kind, actively listening, and having empathy. Many Georgia cities have already adopted the Civility Pledge. The Madison-Morgan Cultural Center is hosting its 2023 Spring Tour of Homes and Gardens on April 14th and 15th from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The self-guided tour features some of Madison's finest private homes, intimate gardens, and historic buildings, including the Cultural Center, historic churches, and home museums. Visitors can experience the living history of Madison and learn about its architecturally significant structures. The tour is one of the region's most popular events and is a great opportunity to enjoy a genteel, gracious city. Tickets can be purchased at mmcc-arts.org or by calling the Cultural Center. And now here's Leah McGrath from Ingles Markets to answer our questions about fasting.
Hi, this is Leah McGrath. I'm the corporate dietitian for Ingles Markets, and I'm here to answer your food and nutrition questions. You can write to me through the Ingles Markets website at ingles-markets.com, and then click on the Wellness tab, and you can find exactly where you can send me a question. So here's a question I got recently.
All right, so today's question is about fasting. I want to know what you think about fasting, and what do you think about fasting for weight loss?
Well, you know, fasting is really nothing new. It's been really a part of our culture, especially different religions throughout history. There have been some type of incentive, I wouldn't want to say incentive, but encouragement to fast as a religious observation or a cultural observation. But nowadays, fasting has totally gone away from religion and really been focused on more about will say health, but in reality, it's probably more about weight loss. Although some people may say that they're fasting to maybe improve their metabolic targets, their cholesterol, their blood sugar, something like that. So I'll first talk about the types of different fasting, and then I'll tell you the pros and cons. So like you mentioned, there can be fasting maybe for, so you limit your eating window to a certain amount of time during the day. So you say, I'm not going to eat before this time in the morning, and I'm not going to eat after this time at night. So maybe your eating window is from 8 a.m. till 5 p.m., or it's from 10 a.m. to 7 p.m., something like that. But you sort of establish this firm eating window, and then before or after that window, you may only consume beverages that are non-caloric, like black coffee or tea or non-caloric sodas, diet sodas. So that's one type of fasting. And then there's a type of fasting that is maybe somebody who fasts every other day, and they eat normally on or whatever they want on the days that they're not fasting. There is also types of fasting where maybe people eat a normal amount of calories on one day and then half as much the next day. Or there's types of fasting where people may eat 5 days a week normally, and then 2 days a week they may significantly reduce their calories or not eat entirely. So those are the different types of fasting. So fasting can look a lot different depending on who's doing it and what kind of fasting you decide to do. Now, the pros of fasting would be that if you're a grazer, if you're the type of person who likes to, eat all day long, you always have something at your desk, you always have something in the car with you to eat, you're in and out of the refrigerator or the cupboard or the pantry all day long, just taking little nibbles of stuff, and those calories add up. If you have an established eating window, this may make you more disciplined about not grazing and snacking continuously and getting more calories than you need. Or if you're the type of person who is sort of a mindless eater, you're eating while you're watching TV, or you're binging on Netflix or something, or movie, this may make you more conscious of what you're eating and when you're eating. So there may be some benefits to that. Overall, what we see happening is that people may start to lose weight, because ultimately you're decreasing the amount of calories that you eat if you stop snacking or you're eating less, basically. So those are some of the pros. And some of the cons would be that if you're not getting in enough calories, then it may make you feel lightheaded or sluggish or kind of brain foggy, or you might have a hard time concentrating because you're basically just not getting enough calories. It may make it dangerous to operate heavy equipment or drive a car or work out because you just don't have the number of calories that you need to do those things. If you were pregnant or a nursing mom, you definitely wouldn't want to fast because you need those calories for the fetus if you're pregnant, or to produce human milk if you're breastfeeding. So you wouldn't want to do fasting in those situations. Certain medications, if your doctor has prescribed medications for you that are meant to be taken with food, there's a reason they're meant to be taken with food. So you wouldn't want to fast and take certain medications on an empty stomach. So you want to definitely make sure you talk to your physician about that. And then if you have type 1 diabetes or type 2 diabetes and are on insulin, that's very carefully calibrated to the carbohydrates that you're eating and the meals that you're eating. And it could actually be very dangerous. You could end up in the hospital if you were taking insulin and not getting the carbohydrates and the meals that you need. So there are definitely some pros and definitely some cons to fasting. Overall, probably the best message is if you're considering fasting as a form of weight loss, please talk to your family physician about that and make sure it's safe for you in consideration of your health situation and what medications you're on. Thanks for listening to Ask the Dietitian with Leah McGrath, the Ingles dietitian. And if you have nutrition questions or food questions that you want answered, be sure and go to the Ingles website at ingles-markets.com and click on the Wellness tab. And you can send me your question and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Engineered Solutions of Georgia. We guarantee a stable, dry foundation. With With over 30 years of experience and a lifetime of support, residential and commercial, hey, we do it all. For basement waterproofing and repairs to your foundation, dial 678-ESOG now.
Disney on Ice invites you to join the daring adventures of your favorite Disney friends. Be inspired by their courage and determination to make their dreams come true. And discover the power to be your own hero. At Disney on Ice presents Find Your Hero.
Playing at Gas South Arena, April 20th through 23rd. Great seats available. For tickets and show details, visit DisneyOnIce.com.
Hey, summer is coming fast, and we all know what that means. Heat, and lots of it. You don't want to suffer through another summer without a reliable air conditioning system, so turn to Dayco Systems, the experts in AC tune-ups and replacements. For a limited time, they're offering an unbeatable AC tune-up package for just $69.95. Their experienced technicians will inspect your system from top to bottom, ensuring it's running efficiently and effectively. Not only will this help you stay cool all summer long, but it can also save you money on energy bills. And if it turns out you need a replacement, don't worry. Dayco Systems offers free estimates on replacements, and financing is available to make the process even more affordable. So don't wait until it's too late. Call Dayco Systems today to schedule your AC tune-up and keep your home comfortable all summer long. Visit their website at daycosystems.com or give them a call at 770-209-2261. Dayco Systems is the name you can trust for all your HVAC needs. Dayco Systems, a premier train comfort specialist.
Thanks again for listening to today's Community Podcast, your home for the top news from Morgan, Rockdale, and Newton counties. Did you know over 50% of Americans listen to podcasts weekly? Make sure you join us for our next episode, and be sure to share this podcast on social media with your friends and family. You can also add us to your Alexa Flash Briefing or your Google Home Briefing, and be sure to like, follow, and subscribe wherever you get your podcasts.
Make sure to check out Times Journal's news podcast created by BG Ad Group, the Marietta Daily Journal, the Gwinnett Daily Post, the Cherokee Tribune Ledger, the Northwest Georgia News, the Northside Neighbor Podcast, the community podcast for Rockdale, Newton, and Morgan County. Available wherever you listen to podcasts.
This podcast is a production of BG Ad Group. Darren Sutherland, executive producer. Jacob Sutherland, director. Producers Jason Gentarola and Matt Golden. And Jinrei Zhang, video producer. All rights reserved.
Cookie cutters are for the kitchen, not your wallet. You don't have to settle for generic. Our advisors go beyond customizing your portfolio. We match your investments to the financial plan we design around you, your goals, your time horizon, when we design a plan around you. Learn about our integrated approach to wealth. Contact the experts at Hensler Financial, 770-429-9166, or hensler.com, HENSSLER.com. For more than 35 years, Atlanta has been tuning in to Money Talks, your trusted resource for your money, your future, your life. Every week, our financial experts answer your questions on personal finances, stocks, or the economy. The Money Talks hosts take an in-depth look at a variety of money and financial matters, including 401ks, mortgages, retirement, and investment strategies. Tune in and listen to Money Talks, hosted by Hensler Financial, airing Saturdays 10 a.m. on AM 920, The Answer.